Welcome to the next video tutorial of this series. In this video tutorial, we are going to talk about available operators in Python and their uses one by one. So I have a prepared chart which explains all the operators of Python. So let's look into it. So we have operators, arithmetic operators, relational operator, logical, assignment, and some other operators also we have in Python. So we'll start from arithmetic operator and we'll learn all of them one by one. So in arithmetic operators, you can see we have add, subtract, multiply, divide, and remainder. Let's first check out what are arithmetic operators. So I'll take variable a and I will initialize the value 10. Similarly, I'll take variable b, I'll give it value 20. So now I'll apply plus operator between them. To apply plus operator, I have to write a plus b over here. So this is the plus operator. Now if I run this file, so to run this file I have to write py and the file name is input.py and you can see the output is 30. Similarly, if I have to apply minus operator, so this way we can apply a minus operator. We are expecting a result as 10 because if we subtract 20 minus 10, it will give 10 as an answer. Similarly, we can apply plus. Similarly, we can apply multiplication, and also we can apply divide operator. So let's see what will be the result. In first scenario, the result should be 200 as we already got, and in second scenario we got 2.0 because if we divide 20 with 10 it will give 2.0. But what if I give a value 6 over here or 7 over here for a value of a, and now if I run this file, so we can see that the multiplication result gave 140, but when we divided the value it gave us a float value and the result is 2.857. so this is multiplication and division operation. Now we have one more operator which gives the remainder of the result after dividing it. So in that case we have to write b modulo a. So this modulo operator is called as dividend, so as remainder in Python. So if you'll run this file, it will give the remainder of division. So let's see what will be the answer. So we are expecting to get an answer as 6 because if we divide 20 by 7 it will give us 2 and the remainder will be 6. So this remainder is expected the answer of modulo operator. So let's run this file and let's see the output, and you can see that we got the answer as 6 as we have expected. So this way we can apply all the arithmetic operators on these two variables. Now we'll move on to the next operators. So the next operator is relational operators. These relational operators can also be applied on variables. Let's see them one by one. So this is the equal operation, not equal operation, greater than, less than, and some more operators. So we'll see. So in case we try to apply this equals operator, so what it will give us, if a is equals to b, then it will give us a true result. Otherwise it will give a false as an output. So let's see in this case what will be the answer. So we are expecting to get a false result over here because a and b are not equal. So first of all I'll clear the console and I'll run the file, and we can see that we got as expected answer false. So in case I give a value 20 to a as well, now if I run the file, so we can see we got an value as true. So relational operators gives us a value as a boolean whether it is true or false. So in same way we can see the greater than and less than operator. So in case we apply a greater than operation, and you can see that the value of a is 10, value of b is 20. So in this case we are expecting to get as answer false. So we'll run this file and we'll confirm it what will be the output. So to run this file we have to write similarly py input.py, and you can see that we got an answer false. So this way we can apply all the operators over here on two variables. So then now we can apply a greater than equal to sign, greater than equal to operator on two variables. To do that, we have to write greater than or equals to. So let's assume that we are comparing b with a, whether the b is greater than or equal to a or not. So let's run the file and let's see the output, and just you can see that the result is true because b is always greater than a. Next operator, we are moving on to logical operators. Logical operators are and or not. Similarly, as in the case of relational operators, logical operators also gives the value in the form of boolean, whether it is true or false. So let's say, so we have three logical operators over here. First one and, or, and not. So we'll apply and first, b and a. So in this case, we will get an answer whatever the value is bigger. So in this case, the value of b variable is 20 and the value of a variable is 10. So in this case, the result will come as 20 because b is greater than a. Now let's clear the console and run this file and let's see the output, and you can see that we have got an result as 10. Yes, obviously, because 10 is, we are applying 10 over here. So in case we are trying to get, we are applying and variable, so whatever the smallest value is here, that will be the result. So in case if I apply or operator here, so now we can see that we got a value 20. So what it does is, and means the intersection, and or means the union. So if you have learned about intersection and union already, so you can understand the why we are getting 10 and 20 when we are applying and or this or operator. So similarly, you got the answer if we write and if we write or. So the difference between them are that it will give the largest value and this will give the smallest value. So we already have verified it. Let's again run this file and confirm it, and you can see that we got the smallest value in AND operator and the largest value in OR operator. So we have one more operator which is NOT operator. So NOT operator can be applied into one variable only. So I'll write print a not b. Oh, okay. Not operator cannot be applied on two variables. So this is also an important point to be noted. So if we run it, you can see that we got the, I have to write not over here, but again we'll get false value because b is whatever the value we have assigned in b. If any of the value is assigned into b, so the variable is true. So we have applied not over here, so it is converting false into true and true into false. So what if I write true over here? Not true, so we are expecting to get false. If I write false over here, now we are expecting to get value as true. So if I write a equals to true and I try to get not a, so if I will initialize a value true in variable a, which is a boolean value. Now if I try to get the not of a, so in this case we are expecting to get false as result, and you can see that we got a result as false. Now we are moving to next operator, which is assignment operator. So you are already aware with assignment operator what it is. So assigning a value into variable is called assignment operator. So we already have learned by writing a equals to 10, b equals to 20, and similarly, or we can write c equals to true, d equals to 10.5 equals to 10j. So these all are assignment operator. So in this way we can assign a value into the variable. That's why these are called assignment operator. So it was very easy. Let's move on to the next operator. The next operator, we have other operators. Inside other operators we have identity operators and membership operators. These two are the most important operators in Python, which distinguish Python from other programming languages, because in other programming languages we do not have is not in and not in into it directly. So let's see how is not and in not in works. So first of all, learn about is, and second is not, third in, and fourth not in. So if we want to learn about is, so how is works, first of all I will create two lists over here. I will take two lists. So the first variable is list1, and I am assigning a value 10, 20 and 30 in list1. Similarly, I am assigning a list, I am declaring a list2, and I am giving value similarly 10, 20 and 30. Now I have a list3, but I am initializing list3 with list1. So this is the scenario. We have a list1, similarly we have a list2, and now we have a list3, but we are initializing list3 with list1. So in this case, if we try to see the output of is operator, so I'll write list3 is list1. So we are expecting to get as answer true, because we have list3 and list1, both are same object. So in this case, list3 is list1, and similarly list1, we can also write list1 is list3. So first we will check list3 is list1. So what will be the answer? So we are expecting to get as true result, and we got a true result over here. So what it does, it compares both of the object whether they are same or not. So in this case we have list3 and list1, so both are same object. Now if I try to write list3 is list2, so definitely we will get an answer false. So let's see, and you can see that it is false. Why it is false? The values are same either for list. So to clarify it, I'll write list2 and list1, and we'll get answer false. You can see the result is false, and the reason behind why we got a false result is that because anyway list2 and list1 both has the same value, but both are not the same object. This has list1 object, this has a object, and this is list2 object. So both whether or not the values are same, but these are the different objects. So if is operators compares whether the objects are same or not the value. So even though the values of list2 and list1 is same, but we are getting a false result. But in case of list3 and list1, we are getting true as a result, because we have directly initialized the object over here, not the value. That's why list3 is list1, and similarly list1 is list3. You can see true answer. So this works as an vice versa. List1 is list3 and list3 is list1. So is not, to compare is not, we can write similarly as the case of is. So same way is not also works. Let's see what will the result of is not. So in this case, since list1 is list3, we already checked. So in this case we will get as false, because you can see that we got a result false. Now if I try to check list1 is list2, so we know that this is a false statement, because list1 is not list2. So if we'll write not, so then we will get an answer true as a result. So this was is and is not operator. We have learned how is and is not works. Now second thing, we are going to learn in and not in. To understand what is in and not in, so in this case we have a list1 which has an slides with 10, 20, 30. So first of all I'll remove the code. and I'll again initialize a variable list, and inside list I am passing 10, 20 and 30 as a value, and we'll write print, and we will use in operator. So we'll check by writing 10 in list, so it compares whether this particular element present in the list or not. So in this case 10 presents in list, so that's why we are expecting to get an answer true. So let's verify it whether we are getting a true result or not. First clear the console, run a file. You can see we got an value true. Similarly, in case if I want to check 50 is in list or not, so I'll write 50 in list. Again I'll run the file, and you can see that we got a false result since 50 is not present in this list. And the opposite operator of in is not in. So in this case, since we already know that 50 not in list and the list is this, so in this case we should get an answer. Yes, we should get an answer 50. So you can see, we should get an answer true because 50 not in list. So this statement is right. So we got true as a result. In case we try to get 20 not in list and we run the file, definitely we'll get false as a result because 20 present in list. So we get a false result. So in this tutorial we learned about operators. Operators was arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical assignment and other operators, identity operator and membership operator.